Tippmann Challenge, Paintball Mirabel. Oui. I had a great time up there. I didn't know what to expect. One thing I'd like to mention right away is the friendliness at this field. Everyone from the staff to the players, all the participants, just so friendly and receptive to me. And I could just tell there was a great vibe going on around the field. So when I get a chance to go to a new field and experience brand new scenarios, brand new formats, meet new people, all that stuff, totally keeps me alive and kicking and still wanting to go to these great places. Just like the other events of this style, it's like a festival. This one's over a weekend. It was a single day event, so you had to power through on that one day. And just like some other events, you have the campers coming in, and that really adds to the weekend experience. Pack up, get in the car with your mates, drive to a really cool event like Tippmann Challenge at Mirabel Paintball, and have a great experience. Do some camping, stay up all night, get no sleep, and battle your butt off the entire day the next day. That's what went down here, and I really enjoyed it this time. So this trip was also coordinated by PBL, and my new friend Robert Lee, who runs that great place, had a chance to go swing by their facility up near Montreal, and amazing. So Tippmann and GI Sports and PBL helped me coordinate this trip and get me up there to get into that action. And Hugo, who owns, one of the owners of Paintball Mirabel, has been doing a fantastic job. One of the things I've learned about that field is they've been in business for well over 20 years. And somebody had pointed out to me when I was out on the field, they had this old beat up shack and people were actually kind of playing through it. And somebody had pointed out to me that that was their original place where they signed players up and did registration and released all their rental equipment right there. And you could just tell how this field had progressed to what it is today. 20-some years, I consider him a master, an expert of owning a paintball field, and it was quite evident. The staff there, the referees flying around all over the place, seamless. It was a seamless event. We actually took a day prior to the event and swung by GI Sports, where I got to hang out with Opie and got a chance to get another tour at their facility. World class. Let me tell you something about people in this industry who make paintballs. Anywhere in the world, pick anybody in the world who makes a paintball, and I could probably guarantee that the people over at GI Sports do it better, do it more efficiently, and do it with some love, because they have a purpose-built facility in Canada that spits out amazing bullets. So support those guys. I got a chance to really see how they're made and the quality assurance that goes into helping make our paintball lives spectacular. Which brings me to this epic field, Paintball Mirabel. I had a chance to roam around for about 2 hours on the day I got there, which is the day before the event started. And this is something I like to do, and just kind of by myself, roam around the fields and just kind of poke around, see where I want to be. Because once the event starts, you never know where you'll actually be able to get to or be able to enjoy or appreciate. So it wasn't really more like a tactical purpose, but I really wanted to travel around and try and appreciate what these fields, or what this field in particular, had done over the last 20 years. And I talked to a few of the refs, and they tell me they pick one field every year and they redo it completely. So every year there's something getting refreshed or added. Another one of my favorite maps is they had this one field that had all of these big cargo containers, and these aren't just stacked, these are like creatively pieced together where you can actually go in them, into these tunnels. Amazing, really like a movie set. You could tell that they really put a lot of time and effort and money into making our experiences through the roof. Because once you're on them, you really get sucked in to the fantasy. So it was quite amazing. Little highlight about Paintball Mirabel is that they are currently working on a field that I believe will be ready next year, that is fully made of concrete. So this thing is going to be in place for probably 1,000 years because they have tunnels buried and all kinds of pads poured for their future placement of bunkers and towers and all that good stuff. So I'm very anxious to see how that comes out. I am hoping to be invited back to that amazing field. I had a really great time. Afterwards, they gave away some prizes and picked out some notable folks. So do yourself a favor, book yourself a trip to Paintball Mirabel. You will not be disappointed. And say hi to a special lady named Enza. She is lovely and talented, and it was a pleasure to meet her as well. And also later on in the day, they had the Tippmann one-on-one challenge. I was really impressed with that because by the time I showed up over there to check it out, they had this big bracketing system, just like college football. And I had gotten there when it was down to like the final 4. And I was watching one of the matches, and one of those players was a young kid. I believe, I don't remember his age, but he was very, very young. And he was not what you could see as a typical speedballer. He was kind of unassuming in his equipment. But he had his pistol in his hand, and what I had noticed right away is that when he would make a move, he would slide over into a bunker and never touch the bunker, not once. And he would get right up to it, not even touch it with one finger, and holding his gun down and watching. And I believe that was the technique that allowed him to ultimately win the event. Kudos to that gentleman. Congratulations to this guy right here. It just goes to show somebody that you might not know is good at paintball could just show up to an event with a pistol and beat all of these skilled, like really highly skilled speedball players or woodsball players. It was just epic to see that, so kudos to them. I want to throw a final shout out to Hugo, for inviting me, and the 2 generals who were not only having a great time, I saw them smiling and laughing and participating in all sorts of shenanigans and trickery throughout the field. It was amazing to have a little bonding moment with them at the end where we just kind of high-fived, took lots of great photos, and looking forward to seeing those guys again in coming battles. It's really good to see players that excited about our sport, and you just can't help but to be equally as excited when you show up to these events. So thank you very much for the great time. And yeah, I may switch sides next year. We'll see if I get an invite. Thank you very much for watching my blog. I appreciate you following me on my YouTube channel, NJ Ninja 07. Check me out and watch for some more action videos from my channel about Paintball Mirabel as well. I might put out a tutorial where I'll show you some of my tricks and tips. Pay attention. I'll get you good at this sport. Thank you very much.